What's up, everyone? This is Isaac from Hunger Smash Fitness. Just wanted to do a little recap from the Strongman competition that I did on Saturday. First of all, I want to say I had a ton of fun, and thanks to Hardcore Barbell for sponsoring it, and Grant Higa for coming and doing the judging and all that sort of stuff. It was a blast. It was the first Strongman competition I've ever done, and I loved it. In my opinion, I think Strongman is a lot more fun than powerlifting just because it's so diverse. There's so many different things that can happen instead of just the same three events. But yeah, I mean, that's up to, personal preference and all that too. So just kind of a brief recap of it. We did the truck pull first. I need to double check all the weights, and I'll put those. I'll play some clips that I took from the contest, and I'll try and put the weights of each event and where I placed on that video. First of all was the truck pull though, and I'd never done a truck pull with a harness or anything like that before. I've pushed my car up and down the road a couple times to kind of practice to get ready, and it's 100% different. Pushing a car up and down the road is nothing like pulling a truck with a harness. I will tell you that much. So that was a very different experience for me. Something that I really need to work on is I need to get lower when I'm pulling. I was very upright, and it makes it a lot harder to drive. So there's a couple different things that I know I need to work on with that. But yeah, that was a ton of fun for a first try. The yoke went pretty well. It was a little bit lighter than I was expecting, and I'd only practiced yoke once, and when I practiced it, I ended up loading it up to like 790, and I could still walk with it, and so I was like, sweet, I'm done. But this is it was a bit lighter. I think it was 550 something, I'll double check. And so it turned into more of a sprint rather than can you just walk with it. And then when I reset, so we had to walk down 50 feet, set it down, turn around, and walk back 50 feet. And when I reset, I was in a rush, and I set it too low on my back. And so as soon as I started walking, I could feel it sliding down my back. I'd had someone else chalk my back beforehand to try and help it to stick, but I ended up resetting it below the chalk line, and so it just kind of slid down off my back. And so that added a couple extra seconds, and I ended up getting second in that, I think. The medley, I think, went really well. The tire flips, I was rushing, and so when I'd flip the tire, it would bounce a lot, and so I lost some time with that. So that's something I need to work on, is pushing the tire evenly so that it falls flat instead of wobbling. But yeah, I'd never drug an anchor chain before, and it's different. It's a different sort of friction with the chain than with a sled or anything like that. But it was a ton of fun. I loved it. And then the sandbag, I will say right now, I need to do way more grip strength because my forearms were burning after everything. So I need to do a lot more grip strength for the sandbag and for the Atlas stones. The deadlift as well, but if you can use straps, then it negates that a little bit. The sandbag was fun. I'd never used one of those before. I'd used the longer Rogue sandbags, which I did in another video, and I'll post a link to that as well, where we played with those. But they had handles on them and everything. So these were just blobs, basically, heavy blobs, and very different, but still a ton of fun. The deadlift, I think, went really well. Thankfully, I was able to go last in that, and so I saw that the other guys, the highest out of the other three guys, had placed was 8. He'd gotten 8 reps, so I just knew I had to get 9 reps to win that event. And I was able to do that. I used straps for it, and I never use straps, or hardly ever. And so I lost some time trying to put the straps on the bar and everything because I'm just unfamiliar with it. They weren't that broken in or anything. I'm really on the fence about straps. I think with a really heavy load, it can be advantageous. Otherwise, I don't know, just work your grip, do a mixed grip, do hook grip, something else. Yeah, I'm on the fence about the use of straps. That being said, I should probably use them more in my training to prepare for events like this where I would have to use them. And then the Atlas stones was the last one that I had done. And I've practiced with some natural stones beforehand, and I was feeling pretty confident about those. With natural stones, you just need to figure out where the grip is, and then just get it to your shoulder, basically. The Atlas stones, I'd never touched an Atlas stone before the event, and so I was very unsure about how to grab it, and I asked a couple of people before it, and they were like, just get underneath the stone and squeeze it. And so I was trying to do that, and I got 2 pretty solid reps that I felt good on, and then the third one I kind of dropped it, and that threw me off. It really frazzled me kind of, and I was getting upset because I knew I had to get more reps to win, and it just, I think I let everything kind of fall apart after that. So that one kind of, I felt pretty bad about that, but I just need to practice Atlas stones more and get better at those. So anyways, that's about it for today. I'll go ahead and post up the videos and just enjoy. Oh, but she actually has a tacky shirt. Levi, what are you doing with your leg? Hello, mother, I'm tired. May I please go home? Hello.
Help him out, Vancouver. Short chopping steps.
Woo!
There you go. Good.
Woo! Go Isaac!
Come on.
Woo! Woo!
Short line. Help him out. Help him out. Jesse smoking in there. All the way over. Good. All the way over. All right, boy, let's go. Good. She is sprinting with that leg. That's faster. Come on, you got it. Do it with control. Quick feet, but with control. Come on, get it all the way over. All the way over. Come on, push it evenly. Wasting time. Yeah, push it evenly. Yeah.
Go Isaac!
You wanted to push firm. There you go, go. Watch it.
Woo!
Good. Control. Good feet. Get it all the way over. Attaboy. Go.
Go!
Time.
Ready. Out now. There you go.
We make that easy too. And we'll buy your car, even if you don't buy ours. Easy car buying and selling has arrived at CarMax.
Woo!
Now, here we go, reps. Let's go. Come on.
Woo!
Now, 1.
30 seconds.
You got it. Come on, buddy.
Come on, Isaac. Squat with it. Pick it up.
Woo!
Come on. Go. Come on. Go. Come on. Short time. Go, one more, Isaac. Huck it. Let's go.
Pick it up, squat, bring it to your chest. Or hulk it.
Woo!
One more. Go, Isaac.
Woo! Woo!
2 extra reps.
Awesome!
Hey, good job, buddy.
Alright, that's all for today, guys. I hope you really enjoyed the video. I hope you I hope you leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And subscribe to the channel. I could really use some more visibility. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and just let me know what your fitness plans are, what your goals are, what you'd like to accomplish in the next year or 6 months or whatever, and make a plan. So anyways, that's all for today. This is Isaac from Hunger Smash Fitness checking out, and just remember to always improve that 1%.